So I was just ending here talking about the Ethiopian Orthodox Church's Bible canon. Um, in the world of Christianity, the Ethiopians have the largest biblical canon. And I mean by biblical canon, books that are established as inspired of God and to be a part of the Bible. So, again, as I've kind of pointed out before, Christianity mainly has the same Bible, but they don't, in the sense that the Assyrian Church or the Nestorians don't believe in the Book of Revelation. They've never had that in their biblical canon, for example. And so I believe that they actually have the smaller canon. They have a few others that are not in theirs. The Catholic Bible canon kept books in their Old Testament that the Jews didn't have, and so later the Protestants followed the Jewish canon and removed books of the Bible that the Catholics have, and so the Protestant Christian Bibles have more of the same text as the Jews. And then here the Ethiopian Church has many books that come from ancient Jewish texts that just didn't stay in the canon. For example, the Book of Jubilee, and then we have the Book of Enoch. Book of Enoch's in the Dead Sea Scrolls. It's referred to in the Book of Jude, quoting almost word for word, but it's not in anyone's canon except for the Ethiopians. And that's just one example. They have their New Testament also has several books there that are not a part of anyone's. I have not read any of these myself, as a side note. So yeah, just showing you that. Okay, so the Ethiopian Christian city of Aksum, it became a major participant in Red Sea trade. It had favorable conditions for commerce, agriculture, and raising cattle. And despite originally good relations with Muslims, Islamic expansion cut off Christian Ethiopia from the Christian world after Egypt became Muslim in the 7th century. And that might explain also why Ethiopian Christianity simply became sort of a mystery, or not really a part of anyone's conceptualization, despite how important it was. It was isolated and kind of broke off in the Sea of Islam, if you want to put it that way. Pardon me, my phone is ringing. I should have my phone turned off. Okay, so that's just to mention there. And what I'm going to do, is I'm going to now show a clip on Ethiopian Christianity from the BBC, just to point out that the commentator has some very strong opinions that he's asserting that are not how I would would not refer to things in the way that it may be a nuance, the nuance that a historian would. But I think that what he draws attention to is important and interesting. So it's just a small clip on that, and then I'm going to move on to the next section.